embracing the crazy hair today. Embracing it. Hi guys, I'm Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another episode of my radar reads for all of you. For those of you who are new and don't know what my radar reads are, my radar reads basically replace a typical TBR. I'm a mood reader, so TBRs just don't work for me. But that being said, I generally do have some books in the back of my mind that I'm hoping to get to sooner rather than later, but full disclosure, there's also the likelihood that none of these books will be in a wrap-up anytime soon. But if you're interested to see the books, I'm tripping over my words, if you're interested to see the books that I am thinking about reading, then go ahead and keep on watching. For whatever reason, at the moment, I have an interest in reading a wide variety of things. So I have nonfiction in this radar reads, I have fiction, I have middle grade, I have fantasy, I have a little bit of it all. But we'll start with the book that I'm currently reading, which is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. This is a debut novel. I'm very much enjoying it. It also won the Costa Book Award this last year for debut author. And I'm, like I said, really enjoying it. And I will probably be doing a review, so keep a lookout for that. We'll go ahead and dive into the non-fiction since I kind of separated them out for no apparent reason. And the first of those is My Friend Fear, Finding Magic in the Unknown by Meera Lee Patel. And Meera Lee Patel wrote her first book was a journal called Start Where You Are, I believe. And I have not read that or done the journaling part of that, but I found this book and I think it is beautiful. So Meera Lee Patel is a self-taught watercolor artist, and as some of you may know, my new interest has been watercoloring as of late, and I've also been really interested in learning more about myself, and there will be a video about that and mental health and self-help books coming up here very shortly. But this one it spoke to me, and the illustrations are gorgeous. And I think there's some prompts in here as well, which I always enjoy, a good book with some prompts for me to think about. So hopefully I will get to this one soon. I have a feeling that I almost definitely will. This book I hauled in my Christmas book haul, and that is Why Buddhism is True by Robert Wright. This is a book that basically just explores the science of why the tenets of Buddhism and the teachings of Buddhism seem to make people genuinely happy. And that includes meditation and philosophy and enlightenment of all of those things in Buddhism. And it just sounds interesting. I have been meditating as of late and I want to know the science behind it because that's just how I work. And the last nonfiction book that I have been thinking about as of late is Pitbull, The Battle Over an American Icon by Bronwyn Dickey. As some of you may know, that seems to be the phrase for this video, I have a pity mix of my own. He is the resident baby cow, as he is black and white. Loki, if I have a good clip of him, I will try and insert that here, but...
What are you doing? What are you doing, Loki? Is he being cute? What are you doing? You in your sister's bed?
But regardless, this is just a book about the pit bull and all the myths and news and history of them. And I'm an animal freak and mostly a dog freak. And I saw this at the library and just was like, yeah, you probably should read that. And getting into my fiction, the first of which is an ebook that I'm hoping to get to, and that is A Line Made by Walking by Sarah Baum. I believe this was listed, I cannot remember for the prize. It was shortlisted for a prize over in the UK. It's a college's prize. I don't remember. I will write it on the screen or link it down below. And this is a book that is about a girl or a young woman who is struggling with depression and other mental health issues, and she's also an artist. I've heard really good things about this book, and I've really been craving books about mental health lately, both fictional and nonfiction, so hoping to get to this one. But if you do have any recommendations as far as books about mental health, either fiction or nonfiction, hit me up in the comments down below. I want to know all of them. The middle grade book that I've been thinking a lot about lately that I really think would be a super fun read is The School for Good and Evil by Saman Chinani. And this is a book that is about two best friends who live in a world, it's this fairy tale world where typically you go to either the school for good or the school for evil. And they both think they're going to different schools, but in actuality, they end up going to the opposite school that they thought they were going to go to. I didn't explain that very well, but hopefully you followed me. And I believe it's a series and it has quite a few books in it, and it just sounds like a lot of fun, and I really enjoy middle grade young reader books, and I don't read them enough. And I've had this one on my shelves for a few months now, and I think it's time. The last book for my radar reads this time around is a classic. It's a classic that I am ashamed to have not read yet, even though no one should ever be ashamed about having read or not read a book, and that is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. There are just so many other books that are inspired, related to this book, and also there's so many books that just reference this book in just general fiction books. And I hauled the Eyre Affair. I don't remember the author's name. Again, it'll be linked because apparently I'm just not prepared for this video, that I really want to read, but I want to read the original book first. And this is just a gorgeous copy, and I actually feel like it's time to read it. Like, the universe is telling me, Amy, you need to pick up this book and know what it's all about. So hopefully that happens. Well, there you have it, guys. Those are some of the books that have been on my mind lately that I would really like to get to sooner rather than later. But like I said, that's me right now in this moment. The me in even 30 minutes could possibly change her mind, let alone a couple weeks. But hopefully some of these will be in a wrap up here soon. But if you guys liked this video, please like it. And if you loved it, please subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy reading. Why is this so difficult? It shouldn't be difficult. Just no. I just figure it's what? I also have an ebook that I'm hoping to get to this month, and that is A Line Made by Walking. I don't know why I can't remember that title. And that is Jane Eyre by Charlotte